Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Azmira binti Razali with metric number AE180033. So today we are from Group 1, which consists of 4 group members, which are Nasuha Nurhanani, Nur Azmira, Nur Shakila, and lastly Siti Nur Yasmin. So for our project proposal, the title is A Study to Improve Prosthetic Hand for Stroke Patients. So I will continue the presentation with the introduction. For this project, as we are looking for ways to improve the existing prosthetic hand in the market, we will be mostly looking for papers that are focusing on new and innovative ways to create and improve prosthetic hands. For example, various designs of the prosthetic hand that are being studied into, the materials used in creating the prosthetic hand, and the ways on how the prosthetic hand is operated, such as by using triggers or bioelectric signal from the forearm. So we do the research on what the user requirements and expectations are, such as the costing for the prosthetic hand or even the desired degree of freedom that the prosthetic hand can give to the user. So for the objective, the first one is we aim to determine the suitable design of the prosthetic hand for stroke patients. Second, to determine the ways to reduce the cost of prosthetic hand, which is to make it more affordable. And lastly, to improve prosthetic hand technology and make it user-friendly.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shakila binti Mazmin. My metric number is CE180047. So I will continue this presentation by presenting the literature review type of prosthetic hand. So first prosthetic hand is Vincent hand. As we can see, we can identify the weight and overall size for Vincent hand. And then the grip force for the Vincent hand is for the ring, middle, and index finger is around 4.82 or 8.44 Newton. And then the second is Elim hand. The weight is 450 to 650 gram, and the size is 180 to 182 millimeter long, 80 to 75 millimeter wide, and 35 to 41 millimeter thick. And the grip force for Ealing large is around 7.66 Newton. Ealing medium, which is index and or ring, is around 5.39 Newton, and Ealing small is around 5.17 Newton. And then the third is Elim pulse, which is the weight for the Elim pulse is around 460 to 465 gram, and the size is 180 to 182 millimeter long, 80 to 75 millimeter wide, and 35 to 45 millimeter thick. And the grip force for the Elim pulse medium, which is around 4.15 or 6.54 Newton. Elim pulse large is around 3.09 or 6.24 Newton. And Elim pulse medium is around 6.43 or 11.18 Newton. Elim pulse small around 4.09 or 8.56 Newton. And then the fourth prosthetic hand is babyonic hands, which is the weight is around 495 to 539 gram, and the size is 198 millimeter long, 90 millimeter wide, 50 millimeter thick. And then for the grip force, babyonic is 12.47, and for the middle 12.25, and for the ring babyonic 12.53 Newton, and for the little is 16.11 Newton. So the 5 babyonic hand version 2, which is the weight is around 495 to 539 gram, and the size is 190 to 200 millimeter long, 84 to 92 millimeter wide, and 50 millimeter thick. And then the grip force for the babyonic hand 2 is 14.5 Newton. And then the last one is Michelangelo hand, which is the weight for this hand is around 420 gram. So the rule of thumb of designing anthropomorphic prosthetic hand, which is the first rule is the total weight of the prosthetic um, should be below 500 gram. A lighter prosthetic hand is particular, particularly better for people with high level amputation because of power and weight constraint of the entire prosthetic arm. So the second rule is simple and robust finger kinematic design are preferred at this time over anatomically correct finger design. And the third rule is power adduction of the thumb is highly desirable since it allows for active posture control such as switching from lateral prehension to palmar prehension. And then the fourth rule is the use of brushless motor is instead of brush motors is preferred because of performance versus weight considerations. The rules number 5 is a maximum pinch force at the fingertip of 65 Newton during palmar prehension is recommended. And then this rule number 6, 230 seconds should be achieved by a high performance prosthetics, while 115 is a minimal acceptable speed. And then rules number 7, compliance in the mechanical design of the prosthetic hand can be achieved in various ways, which is a conforming fingertip or palmar pads, compliant actuator design, collapsible linkage system, compliant joint, and is highly recommended by the author. And the last rule is for the thumb for designing anthropomorphic prosthetic hand is highly functional grasping hands should be designed with a low number of actuator with transmission that allow for all functional grasping posture. So that's all from me. I will proceed this presentation to other member.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nasuha Hanani and my metric number is AE18014. And today I'll be presenting about my part, which is methodology. Okay, so for our overall activities flowchart, it is like this. So first, we divide the topics on prosthetic arms, meaning we divide on the topics that we want to find the research paper on. And then we find the recent works on prosthetic arms according to the topics that we are divided into. And then we will do literature review for the research paper, and then we will start on the report writing. Okay, so here are the research activities for each week. So for the week 4, we choose the research title, which is the prosthetic hand. Week 5 is we collect research paper and we start preparing for the pre-proposal. Week 6 is the submission of pre-proposal to our lecturer. Week 7 to week 10 is the research on prosthetic hand is undergoes. Meaning for each week, we will focus on different features on prosthetic hand. Okay, so week 11, determine the improvement that can be made to the prosthetic hand based on the researches that we have made on week 7 to week 10. And week 12 is we start preparing for the final proposal. And week 13 continue with the proposal report and video presentation. And then later on at week 14, we submitted the report and video. Okay, so that is all from me. Thank you. And now I will pass to the last presenter. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nur Yasmin. My matrix number AE180077. So for the expected result, an ideal prosthetic hand should be viewed by the amputee as a natural extension of the amputee's body, and also should duplicate the sensory motor capabilities of the amputated hand. So, and on the other hand, the current prosthetic hands are basic grippers which with 1 or 2 degree of freedom DOF, which only barely recreate the capability of the thumb index pinch. So according to the state of the art analysis, the key issues to be addressed in order to improve the performance of prosthetic hand are: the first one is lack of sensory information provided to the amputee. The second one is the lack of natural common interface. Next, poor grasping abilities, and lastly, unusual finger movement while gripping. So, based on the previous research, they created a microtronic hand which was designed using the microtronic concept and was meant to replicate the architecture and functioning principle of the normal hand as closely as possible. So, to make a hand feel natural, we must be able to control it as well as receive and analyze all external information. So that's all from our group. Thank you.